convoy with Braden and Joe, and our buddy Tim's in Joe's truck as well. We've got, I think, 5 hunters coming out. We've got 5 tags for black bears, so there's a good chance we get one between the 5 of us. And then we've got some other friends and family coming out as well. The first thing on our agenda is to go make camp. We've got a few campsites picked out. We've got a backup and a backup. So we're gonna hopefully get our first choice. And if we get that, then we should get set up pretty quick, and then hopefully we'll get out before lunch even, start looking for bears. Big trees. So today's a Wednesday, and as you've seen there, logging trucks are active. They're usually active Monday through Friday, so you got to be real careful on these logging roads and always give them lots of room and space. If you have a VHF radio, you can tune it to the frequency, and they post it up on a big sign as you enter the logging main usually. You'll hear what mile marker the trucks are at and if they're coming up or down the mountain. We picked out 3 campsites, and this was the first one we picked out, hoping nobody would be here, and sure enough, there's no one here. So, just getting set up here and probably drop some tents and we've got camp set up. Kevin arrived a little bit later than us, so we waited for him to set up his stuff as well. And Joe headed back to town, but we're gonna head out, drive around a little bit, look for some bear sign, maybe walk around a little bit. We're broken up into 2s. Tim and Kevin are in Kevin's truck, and Braden and I are in mine. We've seen our first little bit of bear sign here. Been run over a couple times, but that means something's working in this area. We're about to part ways with Kevin and Tim. We're gonna split up, and we got radio comms, but we'll talk to each other. But we're just gonna drive today and look for sign. We're not really necessarily expecting to see a bear. We're just trying to get an idea where some sign is. That's pretty fresh looking.
I'd say maybe an hour.
And pretty decent size, honestly. Like, I mean, like a good bear is like the size of like a pop can, you know, beer can, soda can, whatever you folks call it. But that's still like a probably 200-pound plus bear with that, and that looks fresh. All right, so we've decided to get out and go for a little walk. The road's all dug up here. Park the tracker there, and we'll go for a little walk. We did see, we've seen 3 signs now. We saw 2 that look pretty similar, and then 1 really small one. So we're thinking, and they were fresh, but we're thinking that could be a sow with a cub. But we'll check it out. And we kept coming up this mountain, and the sign sort of diminished. Not really seeing any sign up here, but we thought we'd walk at least and have a little look. It's beautiful up here. So we're at pretty high elevation. There's not a ton of grass here. So not really the best, but no reason why we couldn't end up seeing one in one of these logging cuts. Well, we didn't see much up here. It's pretty dry. No sign at all. But it is nice, that's for sure. Back at the tracker. We're gonna head down the mountain now. Make another plan. Maybe meet up with the boys. We're down the mountain now and we're driving up some spurs and we stumbled across this big sign, and that's actually pretty fresh and also pretty big. So hopefully we see something, see some more sign. If we see a little bit more, maybe we'll get out and walk, but for now we're just gonna look for sign today. Just to give you a reference here. That's a good bear. From that last pile of bear sign, we've only driven maybe a kilometer, not even. And there's another one here. This is definitely a different bear. And that's pretty fresh looking. Smaller bear for sure here. We're just debating maybe walking. Another pretty fresh sign here. I'm gonna kick it over a little bit so we know we've seen this one. We saw that fresh sign. There are two big fresh sign piles, and we've put the tracker on the side of the road and radioed the other guys and let them know we're stopping to go for a walk. Yeah, another fresh pile here. The first one we saw coming up this road, that was a much bigger pile, much bigger bear, I think. But the last three have looked relatively the same size, so I'm pretty sure it's the same bear. Hopefully we're behind it and it's just feeding its way up this road. We're gonna keep walking this road. We're gonna take every corner really, really slow and take them each really wide too. Every corner is potential for another sighting, right? It's about noon now, and it's probably the hottest day we're gonna have for the couple days that we're gonna be up here. I think we're planning on doing at least 3 nights. But if we don't see this bear on this road, we'll probably come back here this evening and walk it when it's a little cooler. They like to preserve the calories, right? They're trying to get fat again from losing weight over the winter. And the hottest part of the day, they don't really want to be out eating, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be. But we'll keep walking for a bit, and if we don't see it, we'll head back to the truck and maybe drive up this mountain. But there's a good chance we're coming back here tonight. I think we're gonna go back to the truck and then head up the mountain and see what we can find up top. So even though we're on our way back to the truck and we just walked through here, I'm gonna take every corner really slow. More than one time I've had bears just be back between me and the truck even after a short walk, so there's always a possibility. It's really obvious, right, when it's on the road. It's really easy to see, but sometimes it pays to check in the ditches a little more, right? You'll see there's more and more. So we saw 5 scat piles, all within like probably 600 to 700 meters. There's definitely a bear working this area. It doesn't look huge, but I mean, it might be a decent bear. So we're gonna head up the mountain and see what else we can find. Well, we just trucked up the mountain. We didn't really see any sign on the way up the mountain, but where we've decided to park, we found a pretty fresh pile. And then there was one more just back here. So we just saw 2 more at the top of the mountain, probably a different bear than the one where we saw the other pile. So we're gonna go for a little walk. I think we're gonna see a bear today. All right, we've just made it to this little bowl. Just having a little chill session and having a look, see if we see anything moving. We can hear some grouse going nuts. We're just basically driving logging roads and looking for sign. And then if the sign is plentiful enough, we'll probably either walk the road right away or we'll consider walking that tonight. So we're basically making a plan for this evening based on what we find during the day. Well, I'm still walking the road. Haven't seen any signs since we left the truck.
Braden went back to get the truck. He's gonna come pick me up. I'm just gonna walk it a little further. There we go. Fresh little pile there. First pile I've seen since we left the truck. We're still up on the top of the same mountain, but going down another spur right now. Just saw like 3 or 4 more little scat piles, so there's a couple around. The diameter of the actual like log is quite thin on these ones, so not expecting a big bear, but we'll still look for them anyway. And that's our 16th fresh scat pile, so it's quite a day of scouting, but I think we're doing all right. Just running over alders here. All right, we're turning around and heading down the mountain. Having a couple snacks now. We're getting a bit dehydrated from this heat. I don't know if convertible was the right way to go.
It was.
Dry corn pops probably don't help. We just bumped a bear. Didn't look huge. Ran off in here. So we just bumped our first bear. It was pretty small. I think I'd probably guess maybe like 150 pounds or something like that. Looked nice and healthy looking though. I don't think I got it on camera. I was literally about to turn on the GoPro as he ran across the road in front of us on our way down the mountain. Normally, I think it was a shooter bear, I would do the whole stop, come back, and walk up the road. But I don't think that was a shooter, so I think we're just gonna ignore that for now. So we're gonna keep going down the mountain. We did see that one scat pile who had like really thick diameter, the one I held the beer can up to. So if we can find a bear that's making that kind of scat piles, that's more what we're looking for. So for now, I think we're just gonna ignore that sighting. All right, we met up with the boys. Joe bumped a bear, and he's gonna focus on that bear for the rest of the evening. So he's just gonna hang out close by here. The 4 of us, Kevin, Tim, myself, and Braden, we're gonna head back to camp. And then I think we're gonna focus on all that sign Braden and I found on that other mountain. All right, we made it back to camp. I'm gonna take a little supper time / siesta nap, and then we're gonna go look for bears again. Still day 1. I had a little nap, had some snacks. We're loading back up in the truck. Well, I'm back at a spur where we saw some decent scat. I'm just gonna walk it for maybe about 500 meters, and then Braden's gonna come pick me up shortly after. I think elk have come through here recently. Right here, look at how fresh this is. There's something in the woods over here. I think it's elk though. They're making a lot of noise. Yeah, there's elk in there. Hear that mewing noise? That's a herd of elk walking through there. I was hoping to get eyes on these elk, but just for fun. Well, I didn't get to see them, but that was 100% a herd of elk. I just had Braden drive. There's a bear on the road right there. Bear. I'm just having a look with my scope now. I can see something on the left side of the road, moving the branches. I saw him walk across the road. I don't know if I bumped him or not. I don't think I did. I can't tell how big he is. I'm just gonna keep watching him. No, I think he's pretty small. We think it's small, but we're just gonna sit and watch and see if it comes out so we can get a good look at it. I don't think it's onto us. It just like jumped out in the middle of the road, kind of like playful. I don't know. We'll keep watching. So we didn't get a great look at it, but we're just gonna walk up super, super slow. Hopefully get a better look to see if this is a shooter bear or not. My money's on it's not, but it's alright. We might have bumped it. It was right where that sunny patch starts. Now it might be down in the ditch a little bit too. Well, we never did see him again. I think he either caught wind of us or maybe just was working his way through, but we thought we heard some cracking on the left, so we think he probably just like walked off into the woods that way. He might have caught our scent or something. We didn't have the best wind, but I think he was small anyway. I'm pretty sure it was the same one Braden and I bumped driving down the mountain earlier. So I think I'm gonna radio Braden and have him drive up to us. I'm not too worried about that bear.
Yeah.
Same spot. Looked pretty small.
Quiet or come back this time?
Yeah, I think so. Parked the vehicles. We split up at a fork. Two went one way and Braden and I went another way. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Walk this road really slow. Take the corners really, really, really slow. Hopefully we see another one. It's almost 8 o'clock now. I think we got about another hour until sunset. And then there's probably a half hour of shooting light or something like after sunset. But this is gonna probably be the final leg, I think, of today's hunt. But it's still day one. Every time there's a corner, we try to take it to the outside of the corner. And we try to take it super slow. That's how we're gonna hopefully see the bear before he sees us. So we're trying to get Braden a bear. That's why I got him in front, taking the corners wide. I've already got a bear this year. We're allowed to get 2 bears a year. 3 friends here now that have tags as well, so I'd rather see them get one first. And then I've got one more friend showing up tomorrow who's gonna have a tag too, so honestly, I'd be happy if any of them get a bear on this trip. You know, we're gonna walk back to the truck, same path, just the other direction. And I mean, it's not as likely we're gonna see anything, but there's still a chance. Kevin and Tim are still parked here, so they're somewhere down there. We haven't heard any loud bangs or anything, so I don't know, wishing them luck. I think Braden and I are gonna mosey our way back to camp, just go super slow down the road here and see what happens. We just heard from the other guys on the radio that they're onto one, so we might get a call in a little while to go help them out, so. All right, we're back at camp. Gonna have some hot dogs and probably go to bed early. I'd say it was a pretty good day, honestly. We had between, what is there, how many of us is there here? 5 of us. We've seen 4 bear sightings. We think probably one of the bears was the same one twice, but it's a pretty good, and we found a ton of sign, which is better than my last trip, so I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow is. So here we go, day 2. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Nice thing about spring bear hunting is the days are really long. It's not like deer hunting where you got to get up and go right away. You have a whole day to figure it out, so you can get up and make coffee and enjoy it, and then start your day. Look how nice this is. We've got some more friends and family arriving today. They should be here in the afternoon sometime, but we'll probably have some coffee and then figure out what we're gonna do. back at lunch for the day. All right, it's day 2, and we've got coffee in us and a little bit of breakfast. Joe headed out solo. He's going to go look for the bear that he saw yesterday, so he's just going to hang out in that general area, I think. Kevin and Tim are going to go look for the bear they saw last night before dark, and Braden and I are going to go explore some new area and look for sign. All right, here we go. We're just checking out new areas here. We haven't seen any sign yet. Blasting into these cuts a little bit, driving a little bit. Nice view of the lake. Braden's walked up this road a little ways. I think I'm gonna go meet him. Just walk slowly and check the tree lines. See if anything's popping out. Found Braden. Not seeing much for sign, not even elk sign or anything. Well, we're heading back to the truck. We didn't find much here. Not really any sign on the roads, but on these roads there's not really grass on the sides either, so probably a lot of the sign would be up in the logging cuts if there was any. But we're also seeing a lot of like fresh marking paint, which makes us believe maybe some loggers have been in here pretty recently, so we might go look for something else, just maybe something a little less touched by man. Well, we've ran into some trouble. Something is snapped on my rear axle on my tracker. And we are trying to get it at least close back to camp. So this portion that connects to the rear diff, well, all 4 bolts are snapped. So now the axle's swaying left and right pretty hard. Well, we were able to get a hold of Kevin on the radio. So Kevin and Tim are gonna probably come. Hopefully they have like ratchet straps or something, and we can like maybe tie it, keep it a little more centered on that piece. Right now, I've got Braden walking beside me, and he's just pushing on it to make sure the axle sort of stays in the center and we don't slip off to the left or right. This is a bit of a nightmare. We're just spitballing ideas of what we're gonna do here, and my buddy Jesse's coming today, and he's bringing 2 quads. So there's a chance that we can maybe load this thing up on the trailer that the quads came in on, and then drive this truck into town and drop it off. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. I think a few ratchet straps holding that bracket on would probably go a long way just to get out of here. Sounds like Tim and Kevin are on their way now. They've got ratchet straps in the truck. And we're not too far from our camp either, so we're just now looking for like a nice flat pullover where we'll be able to work on this little bit. The boys have made it. Hopefully Kevin's got some straps. Just made a little bit of a repair down here, so I've got a ratchet strap just wrapped around this control arm that's above my diff here, and then around both sides of the diff. It's probably hard to see, but it definitely tightened it up. It's not shifting left and right quite the way it was. I think we could probably get to camp.
When I see you guys coming around this corner, I just think back.
Like this was, if before we push on this whole thing would shift left and right so much, and now it's barely moving. So if we do a wrap around this, it probably won't slip as easy.
I thought that was.
Once the diff twisted, I think we're screwed.
What's that? You want to just take it off?
Yeah, take off the yellow, yeah, maybe.
It's...
We go back to camp. We found Joe. Jay showed up. Jay's setting up camp. Tracker's back at basically the entrance to our camp, and this is going to be the spot where we work on it to get it somewhat functional. And then hopefully Jesse shows up with his ATV trailer and we can go with it from there. Well, we've regrouped, we've had lunch and some drinks, and we're gonna go work on the tracker a little bit, see if we can get it somewhat functional, if nothing else, to be able to load on a trailer. Joe's driving us up in the limousine here. Check out the passenger seat. This thing's got some leg room.
It's, you know, it's Bluetooth.
I don't know if this is what they call Bluetooth or not. I know you're not great with technology, but I think you're confused on that one.
Oh no. Maybe.
We got one heavy duty ratchet strap on there. We're gonna put a second one, sort of the same idea. And then we're gonna use small ones to control the sway both forward and back. Hopefully that works.
Do you need like I've got a blade that can.
No.
It's on.
Well, made some crazy repairs on this diff. Just got two massive cargo straps wrapped around, hoping they don't slide off.
Probably move back in.
I don't know. Well, we got the tracker sort of secured. At least we put up those two ratchet straps on the diff, and that's sort of holding it in place. And we're hoping Jesse shows up with a trailer. I'm gonna probably have to trailer the tracker out. I don't think we'll be hunting in the tracker anytime soon, or even me driving it out of here. But oh well, that's done. It's now, I don't know, 3:30 in the afternoon or something like that. 4:30 in the afternoon. So maybe we'll get out for an evening hunt. We're just waiting for the other guys to show up today. Well, the guys showed up. We just got them all unpacked, and we got some quads now. So we're gonna head out in the quads and see if we can get an evening bear. It's still day 2. I think it's probably like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. Here we go. So we're off the quads, and we're walking actually down the road that Tim and Kevin saw the bear on last night. So we'll give this a go. Jesse's ripping on the predator call. It's worth a shot, I think. Oh, the call's working on the hawk. No reason it shouldn't work on a bear. Alright, I think I'm gonna head down the mountain. There's one more cut way over here in the valley. And if we can get down fast enough, I think we could probably go check that out for the evening. It's only about 7:30 now. We're off the quads and walking. We just hit another spur, but we've already passed 3 big scat piles. Big elk sign down here. Deer and elk, actually. Not the target species. See anything? More sign down there. Same bear, I think.
This one.
Oh, we're back at camp. No bears. Alrighty. Day 3. Time to catch bears. Let's go for bear catching. .16 on day 3. Jay's already gone out. Joe and Tim are heading home, but I think they're gonna hunt their way out. And Braden and I are gonna take the quads out. So this is the same spot Jesse and I came to last night. We saw 5 really nice piles with like a decent gauge poop on them. And it was pretty fresh too. So we parked quite a bit before where we started seeing those signs. We're gonna walk up. The only thing is it's uphill, so it's gonna suck. So we just walked about, I don't know, a K and a half or something. Saw six pretty fresh piles. And then I know there's at least a couple more down that way as well. We haven't been down there yet. This road ends probably only another 500 meters there, but there's a bit of a cut here, so we've just been sort of sitting watching, see if we see something moving in there. We might just walk this little bit, glass for a little bit, and then maybe something will be on the road on our way back. So Braden went for a little walk down that way. He's gonna go check that out. I'm just using my spotting scope a little bit, messing around really, seeing what I can see. All right, we're heading back to the quads. Well, nothing. We're gonna proceed on. I think we walk this one, or that one, or both. Another pile right here. Another fresh pile here. That looks pretty fresh. Still flies. There's another one up here. Yeah, that looks like a bigger bear. This might be a sow and a cub. More sign here. This road looks like it's traveled by at least 2 bears. Another pile here. That's probably like 7 or 8 now. Just made it to the top of this mountain. I was able to get cell service, and I called the closest U-Haul, and they have a car trailer that I can come pick up. So I think I'm probably gonna go pick that up tomorrow morning. We'll see. I can't get that broken vehicle off my mind right now, so it's making it hard to hunt. Quite the view up here. Pretty sweet. Our campsite's right at the end of this lake. It's pretty far from here by quad, but we were just up on that mountain over there. So it's now 2 o'clock on Friday, which is our day 3. We were really hoping to get the hunt in and get it kind of done Wednesday and Thursday, because Friday all the recreational campers and stuff come out into the woods, and it's just that much more pressure, human pressure. So I think we're gonna head back to camp, and we'll probably just, you know, have an early supper, late lunch, whatever you want to call it, and then we'll all kind of sit around and discuss what we're gonna do for the evening.
Roger that. The rest of us are back at camp now.
Say hello.
Oh, he's smelling us.
Is that a snake? That's a snake.
Well, we're out in Kevin's truck because we didn't want to take the quads. It's a little too rainy, and we're just exploring some new areas, looking for sign. Normally our days go like in the morning, drive around, look for sign, then pick out something for the evening. I guess just none of us got that feeling that we just had a spot that we wanted to go for the evening, so we're still driving around looking for something for another day, or maybe just hoping to get lucky and get something on a road here. The world's smallest buck.
definitely had the adrenaline going.
Well, we got back to camp, and Jay got a little one. He told us on the radio he got a bear, and we thought he was lying. He won't lie. I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, the fire's hot. Holy moly.
Alright, it's day 4, 10 a.m. We are heading back to town. Hopefully gonna get a trailer from U-Haul. We're gonna tow it back and load up that tracker. Hopefully get it out of here. Kevin's gonna go out solo hunting. Hopefully he gets something. Alright, we got a trailer. And not only that, Jesse gets to be Canadian for a day and eat Tim Hortons, so.
It's a lot better than what we got with. Gotta go all the way up here. Whoa, good there. No, I just moved it.
Alright, tracker's up on a trailer. Tracker's loaded up, and yeah, we're gonna strike camp and head home today. Kevin's still out hunting right now, so maybe he'll get a bear. But for me, I think it's been fun. I'm okay not getting one. I got a bear a couple weeks ago, and I'd rather just get this tracker home and maybe go fishing. Kevin's coming down from our camp now, and then we got the trailer coming down. We're gonna load up the ATVs and work our way out of the woods here. Autumn's gonna stop him. Quads are loaded. Kevin's gonna lead the way. Braden's gonna follow, and then Jesse's gonna follow up, pulling my tracker. So we're over the mountain. Braden wasn't sure if his truck was gonna make it or not, but she made it. She's old, but she's strong. Looks like the tracker made it too. Well, Kevin was driving in front of us as we're heading down the mountain, and he just bumped a big bear apparently. I think he's jumped out of his car. You see him down there at the end with his rifle. Gone? Bumped hard or what?
I don't know, like, he was like right here in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, looking straight at me, and stopped broadside. And before I gave him a chance to react, he just slowly walked over to me.
Slowly though.
Really slowly.
Well, there's still a chance there.
I think he's just down there.
I think Kevin's just gonna park down here and maybe hunt for the rest of the night in this area. Hopefully get a line on that bear. It sounds like he bumped it with the vehicle, but it just kind of stared at him and moseyed off, so it didn't like hard bump. So there's a chance it comes back out here. We made it, sorta. We're hitting pavement. The bear hunt wasn't necessarily a success, but that's all right. It was an adventure nonetheless. The tracker's well on its way, and broken vehicles. I think we had 4 bear sightings the first day, 1 on the second, and 1 on the third, which ended up Jay getting a bear, so success there. And then we bumped 1 on the way out as well. So 7 bear sightings.